Hey there, it's Virginia. Welcome or
Someone once told me the grass is much greener on the other side.
Hey there, it's Virginia. Welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I am back with another thrifting video. I'm also back with another sleeping kitty. So today's video is super exciting and I've literally been meaning to make this video for years. Plural. I'm doing a thrift flip. I've already done a few thrift flips that are just like home decor, and I will put those in the iCard of this YouTube video, and then I'll also just have my whole thrifting playlist at the end of the video. For today, I am thrift flipping the clothes, and genuinely, like, I have been saving certain things up for years because I just never got around to thrift flipping them because I wanted to make a video out of it, and then I never like had time to do it. But now I have time. Now I have the creative drive to do it right now. So let's, I guess, get started with this video. I'm only thrift flipping 3 items today because I have way more, and I always like get really ambitious about the amount of things I want to fit into a video because I don't want it to be too short, but then it ends up being way too long. So we're only doing 3 today, and I think that's a good amount. It also leaves me a good amount of stuff to thrift flip for a part 2. So the first thing I got, I think like 2 years ago now, and I just rewatched the thrift haul that I got this in. I don't remember what I said the price was, but I will insert the try-on clip from that video in here. It's just this like little polo tank top with American flag buttons and little stars on the bottom, and I do think that the stars are cute, but really this shirt does not fit me super well. I think it's for a child. So what I'm going to be doing with this is I am just going to be cutting out these stars and saving that for a later time, and then using the fabric to make a bandana or a headband for myself, because I actually the other day was looking for a navy bandana to wear and I didn't have one. So I'm gonna make one for myself. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this pair of jeans that I actually just thrifted from my mom's closet. They're just her old jeans, and I'm going to be cutting them into shorts. And then I am going to be turning these into patch shorts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with these star patches. I'm going to sew them on to just different parts of the jeans, probably over the side hems where there are some holes right now. But over time what I want to do is just find more and more patches and just put them on. I've seen a few images on Pinterest of jeans like these, and I think they're super cool. So that's what I'm going to do today, is just cut these into shorts and get started with putting patches on them. And then the third thrift flip that I'm doing today is pretty simple. I have these jeans that are shorts. These are actually by J. Crew. I don't know if I have shown these in a video. Like, I may have hauled them, but I may not have. And basically, these are perfect, except they have a little tear on the back where the pocket is. And so there's a little hole there. And so I haven't worn them because even though it's not that noticeable, I don't want there to be a hole on the butt of my pants. So I'm just going to use the fabric that I cut off from these pants, and I'm just going to put a little patch probably on the inside just to make sure that there's no hole. So today I'm just going to be doing a little stitching, a little snipping. I think we should go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out with this shirt, and I'm just going to unbutton the buttons and lay the fabric flat. I just started by cutting out the area of the fabric that had the star patches on it. And then the next thing I did was cut at the shoulder seam so that I could lay the whole piece of fabric flat, just to see how much fabric I could get for this bandana. And then of course Mookie had to come and sit down on it. So now all this fiddling around that you're seeing me do is I found the center of the piece of fabric, I put a pin there, and then I folded the bandana in half because I was just going to cut out a triangle. And I placed pins where I wanted the corner of that to be, and I tried to kind of measure to make sure that it would be a symmetrical triangle. And I actually used the rotary cutter because I was trying to cut it in a straight line, but I haven't used a rotary cutter in literal years, so it didn't really work super well, and I ended up having to use the scissors anyway. The line's not perfect, the triangle is not perfect, but it really wasn't like worth all of this. Like, it's kind of fine the way it is, and yeah, I just cut out a triangle of fabric pretty much. So I finished the bandana fabric triangle pretty much that's essentially what it is. It's just a fabric triangle. Now I'm going to put it on and hope it fits. So a lot of people wear bandanas like headscarves now and they don't like tuck them up, but I actually do normally roll them just to keep them as a headband. So that is how I'm going to tie this and wear this right now. Okay, so this is how it looks. My hair is really messy right now, but it definitely was a good length, not too long, not too short. I really actually kind of like it, although it does kind of make me think of headbands that I used to wear with my uniform in grade school. But you know, with the right outfit where I need a navy headband, this looks like it will work. See, so this is how a lot of people are wearing these now, and maybe I would wear this with my hair down. I don't know, it just really makes me think of when I was on Fiddler on the Roof. So I don't know if I would wear it like this, but I do, you know, I got this going for me, so yay. Well, now we are moving into the second thrift flip, which are the jeans that I'm going to cut into shorts. So the first thing I'm doing is just trying them on and seeing how they fit me. They're kind of loose around the waist, so they can sag a little bit, which means the seam down here isn't like actually at my crotch, it's a little below. So I don't want to cut the shorts too short that they like would be shorter than the crotch, if that makes sense. And I want to be able to roll and cuff them just to give them like a nice clean finish, I think. So I'm going to cut them a little longer than the crotch because I'm going to have it roll up to probably right below here. I think I'm going to cut them about here. So I'm going to mark that. And then I will just use that mark to cut the other side as well. So what is great about this thrift flip is that since I will be cuffing the pants, I don't have to worry about cutting a super straight line because I'm not going to have the raw hem. And now that I look at this, this honestly looks way too close to the crotch to even cut it this short. I guess I'm just going to cut it longer because you can always cut away more fabric. You can't make it longer once you make it too short. So I'm just going to cut it probably a little below this mark where I made it, just because as you can see it runs right over to where the crotch is. Maybe an inch underneath the mark that I made, just because I'm going to want to do at least one cuff, probably two. And I'm just giving this the snip. Like I said, doesn't need to be 100% straight because I'm going to be rolling it. One leg is done. I'm just going to fold it over and use this as the guide for the other leg. I think I'm going to try these on and maybe roll them up a little bit. Now I've got these cut into shorts and I'm just going to cuff these a little bit, and I actually really like how this is looking. I thought it would be a totally different color, but it's looking pretty much the same. And that looks good. Now the trick is to get the same cuff on the other leg. This looks about the same actually. That looks pretty good. I'm going to carefully take these off. Actually maybe I'll pin them and then take them off. And then I think I'm going to do one at the back. So now that I pin these, I'm going to very carefully shimmy them off of my body. So I got these off and they are still pinned, and what I think I'm going to do is, because this area in the crotch is where the thickest seams are in the entire piece of clothing, I'm going to cut out this area of fabric of the first cuff just so that there's less to sew down when I sew down the cuff. Like, even with just that one layer, I'm having difficulty like scissoring through. So this will definitely help me to sew it because I'm going to be hand stitching because our sewing machine is currently out of commission, which is very unfortunate. And this really is not a pretty cut, but it's just to make things easier for me, and I'll have it tucked away anyways. So now that I've done that, I'm pretty happy with how these cuffs are looking right now. So I'm just going to take this blue thread and a needle, and I certainly will be using thimbles for this, but I'm going to stitch down the cuff just so that it doesn't come undone in the future, and I'm going to do that on the insides of the thigh, and then I'm also going to do that on the outer edge. So 4 places in total. Well, update time. I just finished stitching all of the seams of the pants down. I think the next thing I am going to do is cut out these. I'm probably going to do this big navy star, and there's a hole in the seam here, so I just cut out this navy star and I am going to pin it on and use that to cover up this hole, and I'm just going to take white thread and just stitch it on going around the edge. So I finished stitching on the one star and it did a pretty good job of covering up where the hole was. I'm really happy with how it looks, and it feels like it's on there pretty sturdy, so I don't need to worry about it coming out in the wash. And on the other side there is another part of the seam that's kind of fraying, so I think what I'm going to do is sew this red star on, but I'm not going to film that just because I want to go outside and sew, because the sky is just beautiful right now. And bam, this star is sewn on. This one's a little crooked, but I am totally fine with that because, like I said, I want this just to be a hodgepodge of different patches. So I'm doing one more on this back pocket, and I'm going to cover up this stain right there and just put this little guy there, and then I think I'll be done for now. So I finished sewing on the last patch, and like I said, over time I hope to get more, but this is all I have for now. This is all I had from that shirt that I wanted to put on here. I'm really excited about them. I think they look really, really good. So moment of truth, time to try them on. And here they are. I am actually like so happy with how these turned out. I think they're so cute. The patches are really subtle, but the shorts just like in general I think look really good, and just the fact that they were free is awesome because these used to be my mom's. But yeah, I am just so excited to keep adding patches to these. I really love how they turned out, and I love that they're, you know, one of a kind. The last thrift flip I'm doing today is these shorts, and it's really not a thrift flip, it's more of just mending. But I thought I would just show you how I'm using all of these materials together today. So this is one of the pant legs that I cut off, and I'm just going to cut a little rectangle out of here and put it on the inside and just kind of patch it up behind this hole, just so that when I wear it there's not my bare skin showing there. So I finished sewing the corner and it looks so much better. Obviously there's not a visible hole, and I also was able to tack down the corner of this pocket that had been sticking out. So time to try these on for the moment of truth. So these are just some really nice high-waisted shorts. So this is the normal corner that didn't need mending, and this is the corner that did, and you can honestly hardly even tell that it needed it now. So I'm really happy with how these turned out. And yeah, yay! Alright, so this is the conclusion to today's video. Out of 3 different pieces, I was able to make 3 brand new pieces. The first one is this little bandana. Super simple, it's literally just a triangle piece of fabric. I will certainly get a lot of use out of this wearing it as a bandana or a headscarf, like I do pretty often, honestly. And with the rest of the material from that shirt, I was able to add patches onto these jeans that I cut into shorts. And like I said, these used to be my mom's, so they were completely free, and they were a little beat up, so it was pretty convenient to have these patches to literally patch up the holes in the jeans, but also to add, you know, a little bit of spice. And like I said, I would love to keep collecting more patches and sewing them on. It just gave it a nice good start to the patch pants. Is that what I should call these? The patch pants? I like that alliteration. And then I was able to use the denim that I cut off from these to mend these shorts. These I really didn't do much to other than mend, but there was a pretty noticeable flaw beforehand, and now it's not as noticeable. But now it's mended to a piece of denim on the inside, and you can almost not even tell that there was a hole in the first place. So super excited to start wearing all of these things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you want to see more thrift flips, because I do have more clothes to thrift flip, and if you want to see me record them, I totally can do that. Probably, hopefully, maybe. If you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos from me, I do a lot of thrifting videos, and I do some college videos. I'm actually heading back to college next month. I think I move in a month from today. Definitely subscribe if you want to see any thrifting videos or college videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!